We are live at Session 2 of the Atlantic City Beer and Music Festival Process Photos. We are joined by Katie and Kim from Hidden Sands Brewing. You can find Hidden Sands in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Ladies, thank you for coming on the podcast. How are you doing today? How are you enjoying the Atlantic City Beer and Music Festival?
To be here.
It's very hot.
Great weather. It is a great day.
Very hot, but we're having a great time making some podcasts.
So talk to us about Hidden Sands. How long has the brewery been around? What's kind of the story behind the name? It sounds like from what I've read so far, there's something very special about the water you use to brew. So I imagine you can talk to us about that a little bit.
Yes, so
the well water.
It is actually one of my favorite breweries because it is made with well water. So it's how many feet down?
So we have a 107 IPA, so it's 107 feet down well water.
Okay.
So you're practically drinking the water that was made from when dinosaurs were, which is pretty cool.
Well, that's right up Steve's alley.
Yeah, it's actually really cool because well water is super crisp and you can actually get their water crowled at the brewery. That's what and it's such good, clear, crisp water.
So you can go to the brewery and just get water in a crowd.
Yeah,
I
100%.
have 100% done it, and I'm not mad about it.
Okay.
It's like delicious water. The brewery is aesthetically pleasing. Like there's like headlights on like certain like fermentation tanks. It's so pretty. There's like a lower bar and an upper bar, and I mean it's great for people who are super so weary about COVID and everything, so there's definitely some social distancing going on.
I'm going to beat Steve to the punch because I think you're going to go here at some point. Have either of you ever seen The Water Boy?
Yes, of
He
course.
has that special pouch of that very pristine water.
Yes.
So I imagine that when I think of you talking about the water.
That is Hidden Sands
You're
right
using
now.
Hidden Sands.
But in a better aspect, like I still love I will always say it, maybe it's because I'm biased. I've worked for a few breweries in this industry that are here today, but Hidden Sands is definitely my favorite brewery since I found it. It is amazing.
Okay.
And
It
they have
definitely
this,
sounds like the purest one, too.
Purity sounds like a big thing.
In the
now.
name of health, we just gotta drink Hidden Sands, it sounds like.
You should. It is.
So, talk to us about the beers that you have today. What can people who come...
Watermelon
She's
Splash.
gonna go crazy over this watermelon.
Our best seller today and last night is the Watermelon Splash. It is the sour beer that we have, and I am usually not a sour beer person, but
we
it
are.
is so good. Everybody that comes up, they're like, what should I try? And we automatically give them that. It's the best seller, and everyone is always like so pleased and happy with it.
And it's a
so
fruited
good.
sour, so
Especially in the sun too, this
Yeah.
weather. It's so
It's like
refreshing.
95
and
degrees
it's
out. so it's
definitely
gotta be
refreshing. It's something that you want to refresh yourself with. It's like 10 times better than a line of Kugel Summer Shandy. Like
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Not saying much, but I
It's
appreciate
like
the idea.
it's like a margarita slash with a Jolly Rancher. It's
It
the
is,
best
it
of
is.
both worlds.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we
sure.
got to pair some tacos with it, it sounds like.
Yeah, I could go for a taco now.
All right, so beyond that, it sounds like that's what we're going to go get. But beyond that, what else is available if, like you said, maybe sours aren't somebody's forte?
So they do have a West Coast IPA. They do have the watermelon one and a strawberry wheat, which is pretty cool. It's
The
like
strawberry wheat's really good. It's like a
instead of like
semi-sweet.
Blue Moon, it's with strawberries,
Right.
so it's pretty good. But I love my IPAs. I love my honey ales. So there's a really good honey ale that we have, and then also a really good West Coast IPA, which is one of my favorites. I like anything in the 6.3 ABV range,
Okay.
so it gives you that nice buzz that you want, but not gonna get too messed up, and it's not too easy on you, you know?
They also have a very popular citrus beer as well. Everyone that's come up to us, they're like, do you have the citrus? Like the locals that, come to the brewery often. So that one's also really popular.
Okay. So a lot of people are familiar with this. Is something I try to ask everybody as of late because it's impacted everybody. A lot of people can understand the complications COVID caused for a lot of breweries. But talk to me about like any positives came out of it. Like we're almost out of it. This event in itself is a great like reopening of the state, of the world. It's one of the biggest events to really happen since the world has reopened, and especially with people in this close knit. Masks aren't necessarily required. So like a lot of people understand COVID. Places had couldn't for a while weren't open, and then had limited capacity. But like Are there any positives you drew from it, like things that you had to reevaluate, things that you were forced to do that now you think you'll continue to do going forward, things like that you can take from this in a good way?
It's cool, like, after everything with COVID, a lot of home delivery systems came into play, and it is actually still a system, which it's actually a great thing because, one, you're making more money because people have tried the beer, they're getting it to their home, it's more of a convenience, which is also awesome. But I also think it's cool that I feel like more breweries are interacting as a community rather than a competition.
Yeah, I was just going to say interaction is definitely something that I think people appreciate more. Like, I feel like after COVID, people just appreciate going out, having conversations with people. Like every tent we walked up to, every single one here has been so friendly. They give us like facts about their place. They tell us about their brewery. Like, some places, we've all been there. We've gone to restaurants, we've gone to breweries, and people are just kind of like straight-faced, don't really talk. But now, like, people just want to talk. They want to, like, sell their brewery.
I didn't get that impression from you guys that you like to talk.
What?
I didn't get that impression from you guys that you like to talk and stuff.
Yes, we are talkers.
You don't seem like the friendly type
Katie,
at all.
Katie and Kim.
Not outgoing,
Katie,
no.
We're going to create our own podcast.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, we're going to be out of business.
It is definitely, no one knows pandemic-wise. We haven't had a pandemic in years, and I work in the doctor industry. We haven't seen a pandemic in Lord knows how long. So it's more of like, hey, you're working for this brewery. What are you doing that's helping and that you can help me? I feel like that's what's cool about the brewing industry because we are a community. We're not competition.
Yeah.
And I will always be an advocate on that's why I like the brewing industry so much. We're like, what can you do that's going to make me better? But I can also tell you what's something that's working for me that I can help you out with.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wanted to ask, we're also a Sixers podcast. I don't know if either of you watch basketball or care about basketball, but if you don't, just pretend. I just
Trust
gotta
the process.
I gotta get a prediction on Sixers Hawks round 2. Who's winning the series? How many games does it take?
Is Joel Embiid still injured?
Right now,
Because
it's unclear.
that affects what I'm going to say.
Yeah. He did practice in some capacity.
All right.
So that seems promising.
So I thought he was going to win the game that he got injured in. I thought they were going to win that flying colors, and then he got injured and then they lost. So I do think it does affect if he plays or not. It does affect how the end score is going to go. So maybe I'll put a to be determined as my answer.
Okay.
Okay. What are we? Is this basketball?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm more of like a baseball, football kind of gal, so I have no idea.
Well, what are your
She's
thoughts on the
North
Phillies? Because I think they suck.
I'm a big Eagles fan. No, she's
talking
North
about
Jersey.
this
She's like a Yankees,
Philly?
probably Giants. I don't know.
Please don't talk
Get
about
her
the
out,
Yankees
get her
on
out.
this
San Diego
podcast.
Padres kind of girl.
Oh, Fernando Tatis.
I lived in San Diego, so
Wow.
I am very
my
partial to the
God.
Padres. Love Petco Park for sure.
I'm a big Fernando Tatis fan. I love
Hey,
that dude.
I'll take a
I like
win.
swagger in baseball.
I was gonna say, he's the guy that does a bat flip and
Yes.
everyone hates
He's
it
the
for
guy
no
that all the
reason.
boomers hate. Yeah.
I mean, but again, I'm still a Philadelphia Eagles girl.
Right, good.
Julius Eagles, even though Carson Wentz.
Even though
rest in
our
peace,
coach,
but-
no, what did she just drop the W word?
Yeah, she
we don't
did.
talk about him,
I
Katie.
know. Well, I
This
feel
is
like
Jalen Hurts
Oh my God,
podcast.
we're
This
talking
is a
about it.
Jalen
This is-
Hurts podcast.
You're allowed to hate
Hey,
on him, but
respect,
you know.
I know. I'd actually
I
just
love Carson
got rid of my
Wentz
old
for
jersey.
sure,
'cause
but I
Wentz-
think Jalen Hurts really deserved to come in that last few games that we had, and he really showed himself up. But
Yes.
Carson Wentz is also a good player. From his college videos that you've seen, he's
I would
he was
have
gonna be an
to
MVP
disagree.
yeah,
2
he
years
kicks
ago.
butt. I'm sorry, Carson Wentz, but the coach wouldn't let him do what he wants to do, which is
Oh.
fine.
I
Spicy.
personally,
I'm
I
just
personally
saying.
believe.
So you blame
Here
Doug
for it.
Peterson.
Tech, kind of, honestly.
Okay,
Because
ooh.
Carson Wentz has good intentions.
Uh-oh.
He has
Well,
good
Doug Peterson's
intentions.
gone too, so are you happy about that?
Well, I'm
How
not
do you feel
mad
about
at
Nick
Wait,
Sirianni?
I need to say, how is it that we fired the only coach that brought us to the Super Bowl? Huh? Let's hear it. Why?
Retweet.
No one has
It
any
sounds like
answer.
you two are at odds
I
on
know.
this.
Listen, Katie, I don't know if this friendship's gonna work.
Oh
out.
no!
I feel like I was
Quickly
just
the
broken
Katie
up
and
with.
Kim bond has broken.
We just became friends yesterday.
Oh, my
I
God.
swore by it that when they traded Foles, why trade Foles? Keep him.
Oh,
trade
boy.
Wentz.
Oh,
After
my
he
God.
got
We're going
injured,
down a rabbit hole.
after
I don't think we have
after
time
he
for
tore
this.
his ACL, he was not the same.
The
He was
Atlantic
a new
City Beer
man.
Music Festival is bringing the hottest of takes. The
All right.
absolute hottest of takes. And even though right now we are in the dog days of summer for the Phils, a playoff run for the Sixers, it is still all Carson Wentz, Doug Peterson, Nick Foles.
Carson,
it's,
I love
it's
you.
what this
And we
area
didn't even
lives
bring
and
up Harry
breathes.
Roseman yet.
Steve, I swear
I
to
think,
God,
I
don't
think we
fucking
may
start.
have to reenact
Don't-
Fight Club.
I just hope
that
Carson
horse,
Wentz
baby.
sees
Don't
this
fucking
video.
start, please. All right, so Hidden Sands, you can find them on Instagram at Hidden Sands Beer. Again, fresh ass water. You can get that on its own, but they brew the beer with it too. Watermelon sour, a fruited sour here at AC Beer Fest, as well as several other beers. Katie, Kim, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna go over and try this watermelon beer now because I'm thirsty as hell. We'll be back with
Yes.
more. We're hopefully going to talk to Kevin McCormick from ESPN if we can get the signal to come through. And if not, then I don't know. We'll figure it out. So stay tuned.
Thank you.